What's up, guys? Wanted to make a video on a new program that we're putting in called Wodify Pulse. Wodify Pulse is a heart rate monitoring system that's kind of integrated with our normal Wodify program and will allow you to kind of track your heart rate as you go. So I'm going to go into some explanation of why I think that's beneficial to you and your fitness. So if you're not really a member of our gym, may not be the video for you, but if you are and you haven't got one yet, or if you haven't told me to order you one, stick around. I'm going to explain the reason why. So what the heart rate monitor can do for you, it can allow you to kind of gauge your effort or gauge your intensity. And with our program, with most high intensity interval training type systems or programs, the intensity is where you get your results, from burning fat to losing weight to building lean muscle to having your cholesterol in check, your triglycerides in check, blood pressure, bone density. All those things that you get from high intensity, or they get the results faster from high intensity, can be regulated through these heart rate monitors. So the heart rate monitors can be for really like one of three people, okay? I call them the leaderboard people, the always RXers or always scalers, and then the performance competitors. The first one, the leaderboard people are those that maybe they watch the leaderboard and they're never really at the top of the leaderboard. They put in the effort, but they're going at it and they're like, man, I don't know why I'm not here, or maybe just everybody's just really good. Right, so if you're always watching the leaderboard and you're always near the bottom, it kind of make you feel pretty bad, and that's why anybody that knows me knows that if I could turn off and turn on the whiteboard as I choose throughout the day. With the heart rate monitor, you'll be able to watch on the screen your effort that you're giving, and it'll tell you what zone that you're in, and you can know like, hey, I gave it everything I needed. I spent the majority of that workout in the zones that I was supposed to be in. It doesn't matter what my score actually is. You'll just know that for a fact that you got the best workout for you. Doesn't matter where you are on the whiteboard. The second type of person, the always RXers, the always scalers, this is who I think needs the heart rate monitors the most. These are people who maybe have been coming for a while and they either are always trying to RX a workout or they're always scaling a workout. These are the people who usually get burnout on any type of exercise program, but particularly our program. And the reason burnout happens is that even though that they're RXing the workouts, or they're finishing the workouts or hitting the goals or the stimulus set or the goal set on the workouts because they're scaling it, they never really see any body composition change, right? They look at themselves in the mirror, they're getting more fit, they're running faster miles, they're doing pull-ups, they're lifting more weights, but their body composition isn't changing. And most likely it's because they're always RXing or they're always scaling. Right? So with the heart rate monitor, if you try to RX a workout that you shouldn't be RXing, but you really want to click that RX button, most likely your heart rate's going to be pretty low because you're going to have to move slower because you're doing things that are outside your capacity. Right? So because your heart rate's slower, even though you are RXing, you're not hitting the stimulus and not getting the workout that we're designing them for you to get. And then the other spectrum is people who've been a while that scale the workouts and they move through it and they get through the workouts and they get all the goals or whatever the rounds or reps that we're setting, but they do it with relative ease, right? Again, not really getting their heart rate to where we want it to be in order to see those results. So you have the two types of people, the always RXers, always scalers. I think those are the most important people that need the heart rate monitors because you're going to see the most improvement, maybe not so much performance-wise, but aesthetically. You'll start to see some big changes to your bodies if you're able to watch and see where your heart rate is throughout your workout. And the final people that I think that could benefit from the heart rate monitor system that we're putting in is the performance people or the competitor people, the people that are wanting to maybe do competitions, run races, whatever the case. And the reason I think that that's important is because knowing what your heart rate is, or knowing where, if your heart rate exceeds a certain limit, where you're going to kind of fall off or where you can hold, is very important for a competitor. Let me give you an example. I track my heart rate with two different models, and I'm really excited about getting this heart rate monitor system here in the gym. But the reason I do that is because I know where my heart rate can be and I can stay moving. So if I could stay moving in the same heart rate range for 18 minutes, I'm going to beat those people who start out and they take their heart rate way too high or they stay too low. I'm going to stay there. Let me give you an example. Also, here recently, we just ran a half marathon, didn't do any running up to the point, but I knew that if I could keep my heart rate around 160, I could hold whatever that pace was. So we took off on our first couple miles and I was holding about a 160. Our whole group was holding about the same, turned out to be an 8-minute mile pace, and we ended up holding 8-minute miles for the whole thing. But that's because when I train, I watch my heart rate through the whole workout, and I know exactly what it is that I can hold, and I just stayed with that for 2 hours essentially and stayed at an 8-minute mile pace. But I only knew that because I watched my heart rate every day. So if you're interested in performance or competition, the heart rate monitor is for sure for you. I'm super excited about it, so I think you can implement it in your workout and see even more improvement than you're already seeing. And just kind of in closing, I think this is going to be probably one of the most beneficial implementation of a plan or program that we have at our gym. So if you haven't ordered a heart rate monitor yet, let me know. We can put one in. I promise you'll see the results. I promise you'll feel better about your workouts, and you'll stick around longer to enjoy seeing some of the aesthetic, but also the health goals that comes from it.